Hi, this is Kat White, and this video will show users of LancerNet how to copy the contents of their N drives to a USB drive. The first thing that I'm going to do is open up my computer, which in my case is in the upper left-hand corner, and I'm going to do that by double-clicking. That opens up my computer, and here you can see computer and the various drives that are on it. I'm going to click on N for my N drive, and that brings up in the right hand pane a list of the folders and files that are on my N drive. As you can see, I have an awful lot. Now the next thing I'm going to do is plug in my USB drive. My USB drive appears in the list, and I also get an autoplay box which I'm going to close with red X. What I'm going to do is copy folders by clicking and dragging from the right side over to my USB drive, which is Store and Go. The easiest way to get everything is to hold down the Control key on the keyboard and click the letter A. This is Select All. It selects every folder and every file, and by doing one click and drag, I can have the entire contents of my N drive all copied at once. Now, I have a lot more contents of my N drive than most people do. So for the purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to select just a few files and folders. I'm going to choose Adobe with a single left mouse click. I'm going to hold down the Shift key and select everything down to CCIS. That gives me 4. Another option is that I can click on Adobe with a single left mouse click. I can hold down the Control key, choose Advisory, CCIS, and Faculty. And then I have 4 folders, and I've chosen them individually. That way I don't have to select everything on my drive all at once, because there may be some things that I don't want to copy. Then what I'm going to do is hold down the left mouse button and drag any one of the highlighted folders to my USB drive. And you can see it says 4. And I'm going to let go. I'm going to get a pop-up window that tells me that it's preparing to copy. And now the next thing that I need to do is just sit and be patient while it copies. I'll be back in just a little bit to tell you more about this. As Windows gets near the end of the copying process, you'll get a countdown, 20 seconds, 15 seconds. Some of these may seem much longer than the actual count that it's giving you. But eventually, all of the folders will show up on your USB drive in the list. You may not have your USB drive listed as drive F. There may be another letter there. Don't worry about it. And finally, at the end of the copying process, the little pop-up window will disappear. The first thing that you should do is click on your USB drive, confirm the existence of your folders, perhaps open a folder and look to see that the folder is there and that the files are also copied. You can go back and forth between the N drive and double check to see what's in your USB drive. I'm going to open up one folder to make sure that it opens and it's what I'm expecting. You can do this with several, or if you are particularly concerned, you can open up as many files and folders as you wish. And once you're satisfied that you have the content, it is extremely important that you eject your USB drive properly, because if you don't, and any files or folders are left open, you may lose the content of that file or folder and it may become corrupt. You don't want to do that with material you've just backed up. So what you want to do is go to the drive, right-click on it, and you're going to choose Eject from the pop-up menu. Very soon you'll get a menu at the bottom or a little pop-up that says Safe to Remove Hardware. And once you get that menu, you can remove the USB drive from the computer. Once you remove the drive from the computer, make sure that you label it and store it in a safe location so that you'll remember where it is when you need to restore the files from it. And that's all there is to backing up your N drive at Gilmore Academy.